Hello everyone and welcome back to Jabber in the House, apparently. That's my new nickname I've been given by the school. So, welcome back to my kitchen. It's dinner time here, so I'm doing good old spaghetti bolognese. Of course, I do it with a twist. So, what I'm doing today is, well, basically, you got your mincemeat, 500 gram of mincemeat, that's all. I got my chopped tomato paste, and my vegetables, which I got onion, celery leek, and carrots. I'm gonna dice these really fine, and I'm gonna fry them on a medium heat just to soften the vegetables. Now I know most people these days will go for one of these silly jars that are on the market. I'm not gonna name any just for legal reasons, but they are basically made out of all these ingredients. Hopefully they will add these vegetables. Some of them do not actually do. So if you're looking for really cheap option, one of these own brands, you're looking at just a bit of tomato puree, bit of flavoring, and loads of water. But this way it's a good thing to add vegetables, and these vegetables are quite readily available these days, and they're quite cheap as well. So when you think of how much an onion costs, or a carrot, or a leek, celery, hardly any money goes in there. You're looking at about 50p maximum for all these vegetables. When you spend £2 or £3, you're getting good value for money, and it would last you for a long time. So I'm doing it finely chopped, as I don't want my boy to complain. But mind you, he's going into the healthy option now. So just give it a stir. Let it sweat on a medium heat for about 5-6 minutes, and then I'm gonna add the mince and fry it. So that's me vegetables done. So I'm just gonna gently fry it, or sweat it as they say in a professional kitchen, just to get all the flavor out and get it nice and soft. So I'm gonna put the lid on it and let it cook for 5 minutes. And I'm just gonna give my hands a quick wash. Because I'm not just doing spaghetti bolognese, there's a twist today. So what I'm making is some basic dessert, which could be dessert, could be breakfast, could be eaten anytime. It's kind of a healthier option for dessert. Someone sent me a video or a photo of their failed pancake. So I'm doing this hoping that it's going to inspire some of you, and I will show you what I'm going to do it to make it look like a nice dessert or a healthy breakfast that you can have while you're at home. So very simple ingredients to do your pancake. You need egg, 1 egg, milk and flour. So I'm using half a pint of yeah, that should, well, I'm gonna do a whole pint. Because knowing my kids, they'll be having this for breakfast tomorrow as well. Okay? To that, so if I'm using a whole pint, I'm gonna use 2 eggs. And also I can keep it in the fridge, the mixture, and I can have it, or the kids can have it as pancake in the morning. Make sure you wash your hands after using the eggs. Raw eggs quite dangerous. Double check on your vegetables. They are getting nice and soft. They can take a lot of cooking, so you can cook them as much as you want. There is no harm in that whatsoever. Getting my whisk, and I'm just combining all this. If I was doing half, I would have done it in the measuring jug, which is quite easy to make, and also I can use it for pouring down my stuff. So that's done. I'm gonna add 300 grams of flour, whether it's a self-raising or plain, whatever you got or you don't have at home. As some teachers pointed out that I got flours in the house in North London. No, actually I always have flour in my house because I use it quite a lot. So I'm doing crepe Suzette or crepe pancake, the European style one. If you want the American style one, by all means, where you can have it nice and thick, just add flour. Make your mixture thicker than this. Okay, so I just want to make sure that there is no lumps in there. If your flour is a bit old, please sieve it. Right, so back to this one. They are nice and soft. Beautiful. Now I'm adding my mincemeat to this, and I'm gonna fry my mincemeat 5 to 8 minutes till it's golden brown. Or brown. So I'm browning my meat, and that's the first stage of cooking my Bolognese. And I'm mixing all the vegetables in there. Just careful if your pan is a little bit hot like mine. Just break it down as you did with the chili. Going to give my hands a quick wash because of the mincemeat. Yeah, so have a look at this. So make sure that there is no lumps at all in there. So I'm looking for the consistency of a double cream. So it's a thick liquid. And as I said, you can do it as thick as you want. So I'm going to add a tiny bit more flour just to make it so that we can only have one pancake rather than two. So that's sort of batter that I'm looking for. Nice and smooth. There is no lumps in there. Full of air, fluffy, and that is ready. So let's double check on my mince. It's going good. Right, so what you need is a non-stick pan, frying pan, okay, and medium to low heat. You don't want it to be very high heat. Make sure it's all level. I need a drop of butter or oil, whichever you like. We use butter because it gives it that color when it's baked, when it's cooked. Okay, so I'm using a tiny bit, and you gotta bear in mind that the first one most likely not to work because of the pan not being hot enough, not enough butter. So it's a 50-50% chances on the first one, but after the first one you will end up with the perfect pancake all the time. Right, so I'm gonna get my tomato ready. So this one cost me 35p, which is quite a decent price. I've got a bit of garlic, and what I'm gonna do with the garlic, I'm gonna put it as a whole. So if I want to, I can take it off. Right, so my butter is melting, so I'm swirling around, making sure that I am covering all the pan. I don't want any gaps in the pan whatsoever. Okay, get your ladle on top, and you need about one goes in, and then just swirl it around so it's covering the pan, all the same level of thickness. Now measuring my ladle is quite big, so this is gonna be quite a big pan, and just leave it to cook till it can easily, you can see when it's getting ready that it's loose in the pan, it's not sticking in the pan, so that's ready to be added. Okay, so my mince, it's already been 5-6 minutes. It's ready to have that in. My crepes is gonna taste of garlic, but I'm not cooking in a restaurant. My kids won't mind, they will eat it. Well, mind you, these ones are for me to be eaten now. There you go, my garlic goes in, my tin of tomato goes in. Gonna add my paste into this, just to give it that density of color. Rinse it off, about half of it with water, and add it, mix it all. Now this one, it's really ready to be flipped. Now am I gonna attempt flipping it? No, because I'm not gonna give you the pleasure of laughing at me at your own home. Yeah? So I'm just using one of these, flip it over, back on the heat again till it's nice and soft. Okay? Now to your bolognese, feel free to add any flavors you want. Okay? So it's up to you what you're gonna flavor it with. I'm gonna put the chili, I'm gonna put a bit of cinnamon, bit of cumin, all the nice things that makes it taste nice. So that's ready. I'm just gonna grab myself a plate. That's gone. The next one, again, I'm adding less butter this time because the pan is already got butter. Ready? Again, give your mixture a stir. In the middle with the ladle. Swirl it around. If your pan is getting too hot, reduce the heat. Let it cook gently. Now, just a quick tidying up. And this is what I'm doing with my pancake. So I buy these from the shops. They're frozen fruit. You can buy the wonky ones, they're quite good. They're very cheap in the freezer. It takes, take them out an hour or so and they are very soft to go. We usually keep it in the Tupperware box. I'm running out of spaces here. Should have done tidying up. The second one is ready, so I'm just gonna flip it again, leave it to cook, get a clean knife, because I'm at home I don't really mind using the same board that I've cut garlic on because I'm eating it, no one else, and my kids, so we don't really mind. So, bit of banana goes in, get a spoon, bit of this, raspberry, strawberry, fruit. My second pancake is ready. And I'm gonna roll this into a nice lovely tube. My second one is ready and I will be doing more in a minute. Again, I would repeat that. You can add any fruit you like to have. There is no rules whatsoever in what I'm doing because this is what I like to eat. It's as simple as that. That's ready, the second one, and just roll it out, and it's really steamy hot. Two of those. Now, make it healthy. Bit of honey, it's quite good for you. Goes on top. Chocolate syrup goes on it. Whipped cream goes on it. Ice cream, spoon of ice cream goes with it. Anything that you like, you can add to this marvelous, simple thing that you can have at home anytime you want. And you see what's inside it, so that would be a delicious way of eating your pancake. I'm gonna have a bite. Oh, I'm gonna spoil my dinner now, but hey ho, we'll be back in a sec. Right, welcome back. Now we're getting to that stage where it's a go time. So my pasta had just gone on. Make sure whatever you're cooking, any type of pasta, always goes in a boiling water, and it has to boil, and loads of water, not just a tiny bit of water, otherwise it's gonna be sticky. So while I was tidying up and doing things, I was continuing doing the pancakes. So there's a big pile here that I've done about, well, I'm not gonna count, but there is about 15 pancakes. That would be dessert and breakfast if I'm lucky. If I'm not lucky and they are feeling hungry, as they usually do, they'll probably finish it all in go. So I'm gonna cook my pasta for about 7-8 minutes. So I'm keeping it al dente. I like a little bit of bite to it. Just serving it. I'm not doing any garlic bread. I thought too much carb today. Let's be good and healthy. Mix it all together. Enjoy it. Look forward to see some of your photo. I was really pleased today with one of the year 10 who sent me an email with the photo of her cheesecake and the lovely cakes that she's been doing with her mom and helping out in the house. So for CB, you know who you are. Well done. Keep them coming. Enjoy the food. Goodbye.